Hey guys, you're back bringing you some more competitive battles. This week's episode theme, of course, being ponies. Hey guys, you're here back for some more Pokemon battles against Ghoulish. He sends out his Keldeo, the new water fighting type Pokemon. He sends it right back and switches it right back to Dusknoir, and I haven't really seen these things in OU very much. I go for the Dragon Pulse, predicting the switch, but I'm not really completely sure what to do against this thing. Since it did 53 damage last turn, I figure, hey, maybe it'll do 53 damage this turn. So I do it again and actually does minimum damage. Or at least what I'm predicting is minimum damage. He used Pain Split, gets me down pretty far. I figure Shadow Sneak won't kill from this angle, so I go for another Dragon Pulse. But unfortunately I'm wrong, of course, and he Shadow Sneaks to kill. Now I didn't think these things had much attack investment, just because they were more defensive Pokemon, but that came to bite me in the butt, didn't it? Low. So I figure at this point, I'm going to send out Derpy, put it to sleep, because I'm not really sure what else to do with it. And then try to send out Discord and try to cause some chaos. So I go to Sport, it goes to sleep, of course. I switch out, go to my Croystar, or Discord in this case. Speed this up a little bit. So I go for that Shell Smash while he has pleasant dreams. Hoping he doesn't wake up and burn me or something horrible. But, you know, I'm just kind of putting my chips on the table and hoping that it ends up in my favor. He does wake up, he goes for Pain Split instead of Will-O-Wisp, so I was like, yes! He goes for Shadow Sneak, doesn't do anything. And I go for that Icicle Spear to kill the Dusknoir. Now he has two Pokemon, I'm sorry, well, okay. I say he because I assume it's a he because everyone has female avatars at this point. I don't know, it's a glitch, just don't ask. So he goes for the low sweep, and I go for the Rock Blast because I didn't know that it was a Chuck Norris. I'm sorry, Zoroark. But yeah. So I killed it with a Rock anyway. I'm really glad he didn't send out a Skarmory at this point because I'm pretty sure the Skarmory could take a Icicle Spear with half health about. But no, he sends in his Zapdos, so that's a insta-kill. He switches in his Keldeo. I go for Rock Blast and it does like nothing. Look how much this does. He would have, yeah. I'm really glad he didn't throw that in first because that, you know, Sacred Sword and then you're just dead. Because I'm weak to fighting and because that thing's a boss apparently. But I still haven't used it in OU. I should invest in that. Anyway, so I go send out Spike. He switches out, goes to his Dragonite. I go for the Fake Out, which was a terrible move on my part because, you know, I should have predicted he would switch. That was stupid. So I go for a U-turn, try to correct my mistake. Switch out. Go back to my Derpy, so I'm going to try to put him to sleep. He goes for the Aerial Ace and kills me instantly because that's a ×6 effectiveness.
I just don't know what went wrong.
Crap. Whatever. So I start up Twilight Sparkle. He goes for the Aerial Ace. I go for the Toxic here because it'll do a little bit more than Will-O-Wisp, but I miss!
Oh, come on!
Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I get off the second Toxic. He goes for the Dragon Tail, switches me out. Fine. I go to my Swooty Bell. Yay! So I go for protecting the obvious superpower. He goes for the obvious superpower, and that's completely fine. And we're all standy, and I'm pretty sure he'll go for it again. So at this point, I switch out, go to my Jellicent or Twilight. He goes for the superpower, doesn't do diddly, and I'm just chilling out. Because I feel I'm feeling pretty good. It's 3-3, but I still feel like I have a moderate advantage, and I can still recover. Yeah, 2 of my Pokemon have recovery moves, and the third one is a boss. So I'm feeling pretty good. So at this point, he's just trying to hit my Sweetie Belle, and I know what he's trying to do, and I can just stall him out all day. So he realizes this. He switches out. He goes to his Skarmory. I can't do crap against this thing unless I'm in Twilight with Will-O-Wisp. So predicting him to do something weird, I go for the Soft Boil, but he didn't make a smart move. Goes for the Spikes. So I'm going to be forced to let him actually get up another layer of Spikes as I switch, and another layer of Spikes as I go for the Will-O-Wisp. It's generally just terrible playing to make to let your opponent get 3 layers of Spikes on you, and I was cringing the entire time I was doing that. But you know, sometimes you just have to make sacrifices like that. So try to avoid it if at all possible, because you know he does have Whirlwind, and he's going to really wreck me with that. But you know, sometimes you have to do some stupid things. So he goes for the Brave Bird, I use Protect, and at this point, you know, 2 of my Pokemon have recovery moves, so as long as I keep just switching between them and recovering, I should be fine, and the layer spikes shouldn't be that much of a problem. So he goes for the Brave Bird. I reveal at this point that I have Counter and try to kill him, but he's so weak that he actually doesn't get enough on my Chansey to kill himself. So he reveals he has Roost, of course, because, you know, what Skarmory does not have Roost on it. Which means this battle will be even more difficult because Burn doesn't multiply damage like Toxic does. So I go for the counter, predicting maybe he would use Brave Bird, but he doesn't. He switches out into Keldeo, and that thing's obviously going to use Sacred Sword to try to kill me. Which is what I predicted first, actually. So I went for counter, but he actually uses Work Up. So I'm like, oh, that's weird. So he uses another Work Up. So instead of going straight for counter, I use Toxic, and it misses again.
Oh, come on!
Ooh. And that's when I screamed, aw, on the side. You can't see the text, but I actually did scream, aw. So I use Toxic again, and it hits. He gets really greedy, uses another Workout. So at this point, I'm like, oh, I know what I'm just going to do. I'm going to use Protect, and then instead of using a double Protect, I can just switch out into Twilight. And he's going to use Sacred Sword. It's going to miss because I'm Ghost type, and everything's fine and dandy. Yes! And he actually admits to his error, and he's like, oh man, I got greedy. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, nice play. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yay!
So he was a really good guy about it. So yeah. Dragonite uses Aerial Ace, kills me because of a crit. Nerd! Whatever. It probably would have killed without a crit. I haven't done the calcs on that. But still, I think it'll be close. So I use Protect. He obviously goes for the superpower. And at this point, nothing on my team can take a superpower, except, of course, for my Blissey. I'm just kidding. It's a Chansey, but still. And he can take anything. He can take anything. He's Sweetie Belle. Don't even care. Yeah. Chanseys are really overpowered in this gen. I love them so much. Use a Chansey. Use a Chansey and use a Cloyster. Because Cloyster killed 3 Pokemon, this Chansey killed like 2 of them. So, just saying. Just saying. So he uses Skarmory out, and I have a Infernape and a Chansey, and right now it just looks like it's going to be a horrible, horrible stall match. He uses Whirlwind, and I realize at this point that he has weak armor, which means each time I hit him, he gets faster. So I can't use like Close Combat or Fire Punch on him next turn because he might actually outspeed me and just kill me with a Brave Bird. Realizing this and realizing that I can make him I can make him flinch on the fly with Fake Out, I'm going to keep trying to make him Whirlwind me out so I can keep preventing him from using Roost so I can get him at really low health points. He uses Whirlwind. I'm just taking spike damage just up the rear. I'm going to keep using Fake Out and then keep switching to my Chansey, then recovering, and then he uses Whirlwind again. And that actually works out better than I would have thought, because if he didn't do this properly, it would have ended up a stall match. And I eventually would have won, but it would have been just a really long fight, which it actually isn't, thankfully. So he used Brave Bird. I didn't think he would do that. Obviously, if I thought he did, I would have used counter because he would use Brave Bird in this situation. So he realizes he has 9 health and he doesn't really want to battle anymore because he knows he's lost. So he forfeits, and that is a good game. Ghost-alish-alish. I hope to battle you again sometime. And you'll be out, and hope you enjoyed ponies. Have a nice day. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.